Guys, welcome to Trenches Trading. It is January 5th, Monday, 7:38 a.m. on the East Coast. Markets open in about 2 hours, and this is my first New Year's video. So for today, we got some news coming out in about 20 minutes. ISM manufacturing PMI, ISM prices. What else we got going on this week? Wednesday, we got some news on Wednesday. ADP, non-farm employment change, JOLTS jobs, ISM services PMI. Thursday, we got unemployment claims. We got some other stuff here. Non-farm productivity, unit labor costs, trade balance, gas wholesales, yada, yada, yada. And Friday, here we got average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rates, building permits, consumer sentiment, inflation expectations. So all the good stuff coming in first week of the year. It's going to be interesting to see how things play out this year. Let's look at some of these charts. So I only got 5 names on my watch list this week, but I want to look at the markets real quick. So markets are, trying to move that, basically right up here near all-time highs, right? All-time highs is 691.66, and price is at 685 in pre-market. So looking good, looking like we're going to start the year off strong. Perhaps set a new all-time high this week. That's the SPY. QQQ is essentially the same, right? Price is here at 617. All-time high for the Qs is 637.01, so a little bit further away. IWM, all-time highs is right here, 258.20. We're at 249 pre-market. And the Dow's all-time high is at 49.66, and we are at 43.82. So Dow, IWM, and SPY are not too far from all-time highs, and the Qs are a little bit further away. But all in all, these charts look good. Here we, yeah, charts look good. The Dow is squeezing here on the daily, so that's interesting. Might be getting ready to set a new all-time high. Same thing with the IWM. SPY and the Qs. No, not the Qs. So everything but the Qs is squeezing, and the Qs also happens to be the furthest away from all-time highs. So interesting stuff. All right, let's look at these charts. This is GEV. So GEV has earnings Wednesday, January 28th. They have a daily squeeze just setting up, and all-time highs is right up here at 731. Price is at 687. So not too far. I like the setup. Ideally, I would want to get in on a little pullback, maybe, anywhere within this range here. And I'd stop out underneath this pattern. So either underneath this low here, 636.54, or this low, 613.09. Just really going to depend on the entry, where I would put my stop. Let's see some of these contracts. GEV, that's the daily charts, so I'm gonna go for like February 6th. These contracts are pretty pricey. I'm happy to do a spread, run a spread here, vertical spread. Like, this is perfect. 685 by 690. This is only $1.55, but the price is going to change when the market opens, since the price is up $10. But anything under 250, and I like those odds, risking one to make one. Because it's a vertical spread, I wouldn't mind going as close as like January 23rd. That's not too bad. And I would do the same thing, just a vertical, 685 by 690. So this is $3 right now. So you might have to do like a 690 by 695 when the market actually opens, to see if you can get a better spread. That's GEV. Google is next on the list. All right, Google has a daily setup as well. Google's been here in this little area consolidating for some time. All-time highs is right here, 328.83. And Google's in a great spot, I think. They have earnings coming up February 3rd, so that February 6 series will be good for Google. Went over this, I believe, last week. They were on my watch list. 38% implied volatility. Contracts look good. These 315s, I think, are wonderful. If that's a little bit too pricey, again, you're going to want to do a spread similar to what we just looked at GEV, right? 5 wide, want to pay no more than 250. That's Google, LITE. So we got no squeezes on the daily, nothing on the 195, nothing on the 130, 78. Here we go. We got a 78-minute squeeze setting up here. Price is currently at 390. All-time highs, I believe, is right here at 401. Let me see. Yep. So we got all-time highs at 401. Let's look at these contracts. LITE. That was a 78-minute chart, so I'm cool with about 18 days. These contracts are also a bit pricey. So actually, I'm going to look at the January 16th series, and I'm going to look at a spread. I'm going to do a 5 wide. Boom. So something like this. Going for, again, less than 250 for a 5 wide spread. Price is up a few dollars pre-market, so might need a 395 by 400 to get a better premium. So right now these are at 150. Price is up $4 or $5 pre-market, so this might actually be the spread. Then we have RTX. RTX started breaking out of this channel it was in. This is beautiful. I believe RTX was also a name on my watch list last week. I believe. So this was the trend line. RTX broke out of it. If you got in, down here when I called this thing out last week, all right, then you had to probably eat some pain a little bit here until this price broke out here. But this is a beautiful chart, beautiful momentum it looks like. Let me just slap a fib on here and see what's looking like. So 187.97, price is currently at 187.33. Next target 189, 191. Let me see what this looks like on a bigger time frame. Okay. Is that the same thing? No. So on the bigger time frame, it's not coming out of a squeeze or nothing like that. But we are here at 187, so RTX, I think, would be cool for like a, how do you say, to see if I can play this to 200. That's what I'm trying to say. So RTX, was there an actual squeeze? I don't think so. I think it just started firing. Okay. So there wasn't an actual setup per se on RTX. But the price did start coming out of this channel again. So for me, for RTX, I still like it. I like the setup. I think maybe a pullback to VWAP might be a decent entry. I don't know where the VWAP is going to be when the markets actually open up, but I would be looking for something like that. And I'd probably be playing like a 5 or 10 minute chart just to, really be able to do what I got to do intraday. Okay, last but not least, STLD. All right, STLD. So STLD, it's been pumping for weeks. On the daily, it had a 1-day squeeze, and then price bounced out of that. But I believe there was some other setup on STLD recently. Maybe that was it, the 130 squeeze. So similar to RTX, there doesn't seem to be any intraday setups per se. But I like the chart, and I'll basically just play it the same way, I guess, as RTX. Looking for like a day trade, playing the charts intraday. For RTX and STLD, you're gonna have to be really mindful and watch these. You don't want to just kind of set them and not be attentive. I think because there's no squeeze, uh, you don't want to get in and basically this thing just chop around and move sideways, and just do something like this for a couple days. Because then the premium in your contract gets eaten up by theta. So I like the top three: GEV, Google, LITE. They all have setups currently. RTX, STLD look good. RTX has great momentum, and STLD it doesn't have any setups, but it's been pumping. So I would just either wait on a setup, even a little 10-minute chart setup, which could form out and play out today, right? Price just chop around, and then we get some squeezes. So that's what I got for today. Short and sweet. Happy New Year's, guys. Happy trading.